Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 16 career mode. This is episode number 68 today and we do start with a game at home against Real Madrid. This is our first real big game in the league since we joined Valencia here at the start of the transfer window, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how well we can actually do with them against a team like Real Madrid. We obviously haven't faced too many difficult opponents in the league, and we do need to try and pick up as many points as possible today. Not too sure if a win is going to be realistic or not, but I definitely wouldn't complain if we did manage to somehow get a win here versus Real Madrid. That would be very nice indeed. You can see their team there is pretty strong. They don't have the addition of Cristiano today. Obviously, he will be joining us at the end of this third season here in career mode on a pre-contract. It's going to be awesome. We start with a free kick with Christian Eriksen taking it. Very unlucky. I've actually been practicing free kicks in the skill games. I got bored the other night, so I decided to try and do the goal skill game. It took me a while to figure out how to do each part of it because there's like 10 different things you have to do. But I was doing that and I've been actually getting quite good at free kicks. So I was annoyed that one didn't go in. But we get another chance here with Faguli cutting in, almost making it 1-0 here at home. We get a nice ball out here to Angel Di Maria, crosses it into Eriksen, and look at that for a finish from Christian Eriksen. Absolutely world-class finish from him. He has been so good for us so far in this career mode, and you guys have seen it. Like, he has just been incredible in most of the games that he has played in, and I'm just loving him. He's a great player. Really happy that he was already here when we came in, so we didn't have to worry about signing him, because I probably wouldn't have signed Eriksen, to be honest, but he's great. But then Cheryshev there for Real Madrid does actually put it back on level terms. Very annoying there. Isco passes it inside. It comes into Cheryshev, or it comes into the player behind. No, it does come into Cheryshev. Knocks off Benzema and ends up going into the back of the net, which is a little bit annoying. Decent bit of defending there to just about clear it away eventually. As I said, we've had some pretty big issues with defending recently, so I was happy to be able to get that one away easily enough. Andre Gomes there, passes it to Eriksen, back to Andre Gomes. He takes a shot and a decent save there by Keylor Navas. And you can see Gareth Bale whips in a free kick. I love his free kick stance, by the way. It looks so good. And it's really fun to use Gareth Bale as well because of the way that he takes his free kicks. A bit like Suarez's free kick stance as well. But Gareth Bale here picks up the ball again, causing us some damage, plays it out to Danilo, whips the ball in, comes in to Karim Benzema, and it does go just over the bar to keep the game at 1-1. And I was quite surprised I was doing this well. If you've been following me on Twitter recently, I was actually recording this game about 2:30 in the morning. Decided that I wanted to start recording an episode, so bang, there we went. And I was actually playing pretty well considering it was 2:30 in the morning. But we drew our first game of the episode. Hopefully we can improve on that in the next game of the episode. We do sim a game here against Granada. And you can see we do pick up a 4-0 victory, very convincing there. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the season now, guys. So if you want to start leaving requests for people for me to sign, let me know in the comments down below. But you can see that Mustafi says apparently he can't live here. He hasn't come to us yet and said that. And I'll tell you this episode, guys, he doesn't come and say that. So I'm not too sure if that's more of a rumour in the media or whether, you know, Mustafi does actually want to leave and potentially go home. Although, to be honest, he probably won't end up going back to Germany. He'll probably end up playing for Chelsea or someone. So that would be annoying if Mustafi decides that he wants to leave the club. Although we have such a good team here, by the time we get our money next season, we could easily bring in one of the best centre-backs in the world. So I'm a little bit annoyed with that, but it's not the end of the world if he does decide to leave anyhow. But we do go into this game here away from home against Athletic. Or is it Athletic? I thought it was Atletico. But Athletic Bilbao here today. And again, really a game we should be looking to get all 3 points. And we need to try and pick up as many points as possible in the run-up to the end of the season here with Valencia. You know, as I said, we've had a rocky start, and you guys have seen that. But I think we can get back onto it now, and we can finally start to actually get back into form like we were at Aston Villa when we were absolutely dominating games. And a good save there from Matthew Ryan. You saw in the last episode that he was now our first choice goalkeeper. I decided to give him a chance. You see there, very good save from him. I zoomed in for you guys to be able to see. But I'm really not happy with Alves, and I will be selling him on in the summer. So I decided to give Matthew Ryan a chance, and he's been incredible. And we will look at Pascual from Aston Villa, who we obviously brought in when we were at Villa, and obviously Gianluigi Buffon's regens. He would be incredible. He probably has gone up a few overall points now as well. We'll definitely look at him in the summer, but Matthew Ryan could be a really good goalkeeper for us, and I'm considering using him as the first team goalkeeper. But you can see this game was pretty dull. They get a really good chance there. They do screw it up though, thankfully, and it was still 0-0 just before the hour mark here. We get a chance. Well, they get a chance. We managed to clear it away luckily anyway. But Faghuli grabs the ball here, trying just to run at them, but I didn't really know where to pass it because it wasn't working how I wanted it to. But Bakali gets it here, tries to cross it in, nothing did come of it, and again, just was no luck so far. But Christian Eriksen grabs it here on the edge of the area, looking to find some room, goes for the cross, again deflected. Very good play from Bilbao in this game. They were a nightmare to try and deal with, but again, yet again, we're coming down the wing here with Sofiane Faghuli. He's trying to run kind of rings around them, didn't really work, and we do end up actually bringing on a few players as substitutes just to strengthen the team up. Really a very shocking free kick there from the Bilbao man. You can see Anthony Marshall coming on to the pitch. They get a really good chance there. Fantastic save again from Matthew Ryan. To be honest, if that was Diego Alves, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if that went in. You know, that's just how bad he has been for us recently. But we do end up picking up another point. So out of 2 games in this episode, we picked up 2 points, which is not great, although we did win the game we simmed against Granada. And you'll see where that puts us in the table in just a moment's time. We do another set of player training here. Anthony Marshall finally went up to an 80 overall in between last episode and this episode, which is fantastic. But here, guys, is the league table as it stands so far with 6 games to go. So Valencia, we obviously are down in 6th. We are 9 points ahead of Malaga, so the chances are we are probably going to be at least getting Europa League. But that's not what we want. We want Champions League, and we are trailing Real Madrid by 3 points currently. There is still chance to get back into it. Really depends who Real Madrid have in their last 6 games, because it could be sticky if they have easy teams and they just win. Obviously, we will come lower down the table. That's just how it works. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed, if we could smash over 5 likes on this video, that would be absolutely awesome. If you haven't already, please do go and subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you guys in the next episode very soon.